In this video, I'm going to show you how to teach proper sprinting techniques when dealing with the arm action, okay? So go ahead and I'll see you in a second.
Sorry ass DJ.
Alright, so the first skill that we need to learn is proper arm action mechanics. So the first thing with our arms, we're going to start with our hands, okay? And the cue that I use, I tell my athletes to take their thumbs and they should move from cheek to cheek. Alright, so I use this cue cheek to cheek because it's very easy for my athletes to understand because they're basically the same word, okay? So the thumb should go from the cheek that's on your face to the cheek that's on your butt, okay? The butt cheek. That's kind of funny. Alright, but anyway, this being silly. But guys, it goes from cheek to cheek, and the kids actually get a kick out of that because they understand it. So it's not necessarily about if we understand it so well, but let's get an understanding of take the thumbs that's on your hands, and they go from cheek to cheek. Alright, so the second skill of proper arm action, the elbow should be bent at 90 degrees during front side mechanics with a maximum angle of 120 degrees in backside mechanics. So again, we already hit on what front side mechanics are, and we already hit on backside mechanics in the speed development video. So if you have questions about that, just go ahead and look at it, and I'll actually show you a little bit right now. Let's draw you a stick man here. Okay, so we got our guy here, and let's talk about front side mechanics. Remember, let's do the back side here, and we go plantar flexion. Okay, 90 degrees on the front side, and we're looking at 120 on his backside elbow. Okay, let's get a little smiley face. That's our guy. Do. Okay, so on the front side, this is the front side mechanics, and this is the back side mechanics. Remember, we're going to divide this guy in half here. Divide this guy in half, and back side, you got front side. On the front side elbow, it should be at 90 degrees, and actually on the back side, it can be from 90 to 120 degrees. Okay, so it can open up just a little bit, but it's still about 90 to 90. But just looking at film and whatnot on your athletes, you'll see. But it's actually okay for it to be 120 degrees according to the USA Track and Field board. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on and look at number 3, which is the arm should not cross the midline of the torso unless running in the curve. Okay, so if you're just training to run for a 40, you don't have to worry about the curve. But for better understanding, the midline of the body. If you have a guy's torso, let's say this is the torso, this is the shoulders. I guess I just feel like drawing today. Alright, it's their torso. The hands should not cross the midline of the body. Okay, those arms should not go across the midline of the body. So that's what that means. Okay, so they should go from cheek to cheek, cheek to butt cheek, and they should never cross the midline of the body. So they should not go across the body. And the reason for this is if I'm running across my midline, if my arms are going across my midline, that's going to cause my torso to twist going back and forth. So any extra movement, that's extra energy that you're using when you're trying to run, and we're trying to be efficient. We're trying to run easily. So to run efficient, we have to keep our hands or our hands away from our midline, and our midline is right here, this line that's in the middle here. Okay, so we never want to cross because we don't want our athletes twisting. We're trying to go forward and not go side to side. So it makes no sense to have our athletes running with their arms going across their body. So when you see your athletes doing this, you have to show them and help them and actually teach them how to make those corrections. So looking at, since we know that we can't cross our arms, cross our midline, and we can't, and our elbow should be at 90 to 120 degrees on the backside and front side mechanics, and the hands go cheek to cheek. How do we teach our athletes to do this in a fun way? And that's in the skill to do this. All right. So there's one drill that I do I used to, but it's basic, and pretty much you may have seen this before, but it's pretty easy. But it's called butt bumpers. All right, and so I'm gonna go ahead and show you what butt bumpers look like, and it's pretty simple, and it works every time, and it teaches the skill of proper arm action. All right. All right, so here's a butt bumper drill, and let me first explain what I was talking about. So this is our midline, and you notice her hands should never cross the midline of this body. Let's draw a better line than that. All right, see if I can get better. There you go. A little straight line here. It's a little crooked, but now you never want your hands to cross over this midline here. All right, and her thumbs are right here, and that's her cheek, and her other thumb is right here at her other cheek. Remember, you're just gonna change those hands, go cheek to cheek, and it's butt bumpers. Now, if you do this drill right, your butt will actually bounce on the ground, because if you're not doing it right, then obviously you won't bounce on the ground. Now, some of the key components about this is having a proud chest. So roll your chest out, and you'll see it in the next slide from the side view. But you just want to drive those elbows back, the hands down, and elbows back hard. The same elastic energy that's in your ankles it's in your joints too, and at the shoulder. So meaning the harder that you throw your elbows back, the more it was sling forward. All right. So if you don't understand elastic energy, you will in some of the other videos. But elastic energy is basically when you put tension on the joint, and it reflexes, and it actually snaps back together at a faster rate than you can by actually trying to use your muscles and snap it back or whatnot. But I'll explain that later on. So let me show you exactly how it looks, the butt bumper. All right. So in the first phase, all you would do is give your athletes a command. You say switch, and they'll change their hands one time. All right. And after maybe 10 different repetitions, you tell them to go, and that's when they run their arms as fast as possible, and you see that your butt bounce on the ground if they're doing it properly. Remember, shoulders are gonna stay proud, elbows driving straight back, going cheek to cheek, and you see her hips are coming off the ground. Now we go to side angle, you see it better, and drive the elbows back, thumbs go cheek to cheek, and abs are tight, and she's gonna run them in a second here. And she's running, and you see she's bouncing. This drill is a great drill to teach arm action. Remember, elbows stay bent at 90 degrees. You drive those elbows back, and the coaching cue for this is tell your athletes to drive those elbows back hard, violently, okay, aggressively, whatever cue. Just make sure that they're driving them back hard, and that will cause their actual hips to raise off the ground. Because remember, our arms are the gas pedal. Whatever our arms do, the engines are going to turn, and when our core and our engine turn, the feet are going to turn. So it starts with the arms. If we have lazy arms, then you got a slow car, and everybody wants a fast car, and the car is the same thing as a body. But remember, you got to press that gas, and the gas pedal is the arms when it comes to sprinting. So if you got lazy arms, I say it again, if you got lazy arms, your legs will not be moving fast. All right. Now remember, elbow straight back, chest is proud, chin is neutral, and we are driving it back, and that's the butt bumper. All you would do is tell them, say switch, 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 and I think she says go on the next one here, and I say go right there, and she's driving it straight back down, and that's the butt bumper. Thanks for watching the video. Hopefully you got something from it. If you benefit anything from it, just like the page, guys. Subscribe to my channel, and like this video too as well. Appreciate you guys. I see you on the next video. Peace out, and let's get those athletes faster.